Hello friends, today we will discuss new chapter of the 11th physics, that is motion in a plane. First we will discuss types of the motion. There are total 3 types of the motion. First one is rectilinear motion, that is motion along one line along x direction, either y direction or z direction. Second type is motion in 2 dimension, that is motion in a plane. And third is motion in 3 dimension, that is motion in space. First we will discuss in detail rectilinear motion. Now rectilinear motion is along one axis, that is either x axis, it can be along y axis and it can be along z axis. Now we will study rectilinear motion with the help of some terms. First term is displacement. Now consider one body which is in motion along positive x axis. At time t1 its position is at x1, and after some time, that is at time t2, its position at x2. Now total displacement of the body is the difference between its final position to initial position. Displacement is vector quantity, therefore it is denoted by s bar, which is equal to delta x bar, which is equal to its final position minus initial position. Now second quantity is path length. Path length, it is the total distance covered by the body, that is actual distance covered by the body. Path length is scalar quantity. Now let us find out the difference between displacement and path length. Consider one example. Suppose this is our meter scale. Initially our object is at this position, which denoted distance 1. After some time it will cover, or it will be come at the position of the 7, and after some time it will again come back at the position of the 5. Now according to definition of the displacement it is the difference between final position to the initial position. Final position is 5, initial position is 1, therefore displacement is 4 centimeter. But path length, it is the total distance covered by the object, means first it covered distance 1 to 7, that is 6, plus again it covered distance from 7 to 5, means 2. Here total path length is equal to 8 centimeters. So this is this difference between displacement and path length. Now third term is average velocity. Suppose object is displaced from x1 to x2 in time interval of t2 minus t1, then its average velocity can be calculated by displacement x2 minus x1 upon time interval t2 minus t1. Again, as like displacement is vector quantity, velocity is also vector quantity. Next term is average speed, which is equal to total distance covered by the object, that is path length, divided by time interval of which we have to calculate average speed. It is scalar quantity. Next term is instantaneous velocity. Now what is mean of instantaneous? Instantaneous means we have to find out physical quantity at that instant. Here we have to calculate instantaneous velocity, means we have to calculate velocity of the object at that instant of time t. Mathematically it denoted by v bar is equal to limit t tends to 0 delta x bar upon delta t, which is equal to dx bar upon dt. Again, next term is instantaneous speed. Here also speed of an object at given instant of time t is called as instantaneous speed. So these